more than 30 UG and PG courses and research programs in distance education at Alagappa University. He has written many study materials for IGNOU. He has done his PhD in the year 1984 under the guidance of the very great scholar Dr. M.O. Matthew at Annamalai University. Sar has completed 11 PhD in commerce and 4 PhD in management. He has organized more than 50 conferences. He has delivered more than 400 presentations in the conferences, both national and international conferences. He acted as IQAC head and he has introduced many quality initiatives in Alagappa University. Based on his efforts and hard work, the Alagappa University got A+ status with 3.64 CGP. He has authored many books. He has wrote more than 70 articles, and all these articles are published in the leading newspaper like Hindu, Times of India, Economic Times, and many leading daily newspapers. He has published more than 170 articles in the popular, very popular refereed and Scopus indexed journals. He has received more than 10 awards, including UGC Research Fellowship Award. Dr. Selvam Sir is a well experienced professor in the field of commerce and management. Presently, he is the member of syndicate. Presently, he serves as the senior advisor to the IQAC, Bharatdasan University, Trichy. His hard work and tireless effort. Now, the Bharatdasan University also got A+ status in NAC. Presently, he is the brand ambassador of UGC Paramas. He is the senior advisor of IQAC in all the universities which are situated in South India. Above all, he has many other qualities. Basically, he is a skilled data analyzer, very strategic planner, very good, great scholar, great speaker, strong educational professional, especially focused on accounting and taxation. So on behalf of the Department of Commerce and my own behalf, once again, I heartily welcome the resource person, today's resource person, Dr. M. Selvam, to this FDP on innovation and excellence. He is going to deliver speech on the topic of leading qualities in higher education institutions. The topic he is going to deliver, leading qualities in higher education institutions. Now I welcome Dr. Selvam sir to take the session. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, all of you. Hope you are all fine. I am Professor Selvam.
Sir.
I have been introduced to you by Professor Guru Gandhi, I was an erstwhile faculty in this department. The present Professor and Head Professor Gurumurthy, we are all great colleagues. I am so happy to be part of this FDP on innovation, leadership, and excellence. At the outset, I put on record my appreciation to the department and my appreciation to all the participants, the great participants. As we have been told by Professor Guru Gandhi, the session is on leading qualities in higher education institutions. Leading qualities in higher education institutions. I went through the whole agenda of the 5-day program. I saw, I think something like 9 programs, 9 sessions on leadership connected, but this one was a little different. The rest of things used to have leadership per se as a word, whereas this one is leading qualities in higher education institutions. That is a little different from rest of those titles connected to leadership. Of course, everything is connected to leadership. So leading qualities in higher education institutions. So you can see that you can take as a noun, leading qualities as a noun, you can list, or somebody must take the leadership in injecting qualities in higher education, that is leading the quality initiatives in higher education institutions, and few more interpretations are also possible. So with these preludes, I think you would have seen in the first slide, I am invoking the blessings of Lord Ganpati. Just below him there is a mudra. That mudra is called Jnana Mudra. This Jnana Mudra is also depicted in some context as the quality mudra. As we talk about quality, I think this mudra is very relevant. I must also place on record our appreciation to the All India Council for Technical Education to have sponsored Okay. I must also record my appreciation to the esteemed institution All India Council for Technical Education being the kind sponsor of this program. Arizapa University is situated in down south of India as far as middle of Tamil Nadu. Is one of the great universities, category 1 universities in India. It has been compared with IITs in India. On certain parameters, it exceeded IITs. I have slide on that, but I am afraid whether I have time to explore, delve deep into that as well. So this university wants to be on the forefront of quality. We are trying our best with all your participation, blessings. I think the university can march forward to greater heights. At the outset, I place on record our respects to the visionary founder, Padma Bhushan, Dr. R.M. Ayagapathy, is a well-known figure. The whole of India particularly with all the great luminaries in politics or business or administration in this country during these 48 days of life, exactly 40 days of life. So that was Dr. Arappa Chettiar. I place my respects for Vice Chancellor, the sponsor esteemed AICTE, the members of faculty and administration of the Department of Commerce, and all the great participants. Hope the participants are all comfortable at their places. Wish you all a ego facile hypococonarious time. A long word, so 30-letter word, but a great word. This 30-letter word simply means fine, F-I-N-E. Ego facile hypococonarious time means fine time. I wish you all a great time, fine time. Let us work for wow quality, otherwise living quality. So we have to work for that. So I offer a floral welcome to everyone here. These are all from my garden, fresh from garden. Quality is the most loved thing by everyone. Whatever we buy, we expect quality. No one is compromising on quality, whatever he or she is buying or experiencing. The quality is very important. Whatever we buy, whatever we sell, whatever we enjoy, whatever we make others to enjoy. Yes, the program must also be a quality program. This session and every session must also be quality one. Then only the audience, then only the organizers, as well as the presenter himself herself will be happy. So quality vibrates. You can see the vibration at the bottom of the slide. You can see that. No, the watery part is there. It is vibrating there. Why it vibrates? Because it is divine. Divine quality must necessarily be vibrating one. The quality is divine. Its value simply delights. Quality in everything, every time, by everyone, everywhere it can go. What is quality? Presence of virtues plus absence of vices. Equal to what? Delight. Yes, this is the way one of the quality gurus is defining quality. Quality is consumer delight. So, quality ultimately gives delight to everyone connected with that. Couple of quotes. Quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten. Things of quality have no fear of time. So it stands. Time is not a bar. Time is not an intervention. It's timeless. It exists for millenniums. Many of the great artworks, the whole of the world, in India, they have defied aging because quality thing lasts forever. Quality isn't expensive. Please note that. It is priceless. I can give a lot of examples on quality I'm going to give, but being an example is a great thing. I can give hundreds of examples, or anybody can give hundreds of examples. But what about you? What about he, she? What about it? So to be an exemplary example is very important thing. So we have to strive all our best to set examples ourselves. Quality unleashes opportunities for excellence. This is one of the quotes I have given to the ASQ, American Society for Quality, and they have taken it that. There is also an acronym associated with that, that is coach. So we have to be of coach in quality. Quality unleashes opportunities towards excellence. This is a Navratna slide because quality is akin to Navaratnas. Is anyone here not having any desire for at least some of these Ratnas, if not all the nine Navaratnas? Make quality the defining element of higher education. This is the sentence given by, the statement given by the NAC, National Assessment and Education Council. Make quality the defining element of higher education in India. So we have to do that. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Very important. We have to create ourselves as great quality filled personalities, quality filled institutions. We need input, we need process, must lead to an output, but that output must come with outcomes, great outcomes. And those outcomes must create impact everywhere, vibration everywhere. And such impact leads to reputation, and the reputation leads to excellence. That's the proof of excellence. So our input, our process, output, outcome must all be great. Only the desired impact is possible and reputation comes. Finally, excellence comes. Arapa University's motto is excellence in action. So, great statement given by our first Vice Chancellor in the early 1985 when the university came into being. We love that statement, we love that motto, we strive to ever be in remaining connected to that motto line. And whatever we talk about quality, whenever we talk about quality, we must know that quality is coming from within, from us. We may outsource, but it must be institutionalized with you, and it must come out from the person concerned. It has to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual, great, quality oriented. Because everyone has to become a teacher for himself, herself, so that your soul is coming with quality thoughts, quality deeds, quality outcomes. See the flowers over there. Who is propelling these flowers to blossom? These blossom on their own, like that. Everyone has to blossom, like the buds. The buds think, they struggle, effort, and emerge out as flowers with fragrance. And the author gives, Elizabeth Apple gives, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Yes, we have to take the risk. Without risk taking, I think great things aren't possible. As do the flowers, as everything else does, we have to take risk, calculated risk. Anyone can count the seeds in a fruit, but only that God can count the number of fruits in a seed. A great quote from Robert Schiller. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. The leader has to find the right seeds, the seeds of quality, seeds of leading quality. The adjective leading, preceding quality is a loaded term, the leading quality. And the leader must sow them in time. to remain reigning with leading quality all the time. So the responsibility on the leader is very, very great. So the leader of any institution must remain committed to quality, leading quality, take efforts so that the desires are achieved. This session's topic, leading qualities in higher education. Already I told. Leadership must ensure leading quality, exhibiting excellence in every domain of higher education institutions. A frame of mind, a plan of action areas are needed here in this context. The frame, an institution must have these list of things, all connected to quality directly or indirectly. First, the motto, the vision, the mission, objectives, quality policy, core values, graduate attributes, institutional plans, institutional strategies, performance impact, international reach, and so on. And all these frames, a clear statement is required, generally a clear direction is possible, then achievement is enabled. I will look at ATAL University's motto, vision, etc. The university's raison d'etre is depicted by the hexaword. Motto, excellence in action. Vision, achieving excellence in all spheres of education with particular emphasis on the third, pedagogy, extension, administration, research, and learning. Learning is very important. Mission, affording the high quality higher education to the learners so that they are transformed into intellectually competent human resources that will help in the uplift of the nation through educational, social, technological, environmental, and economic magnificence esteem. Our objectives are providing for instruction and training in such branches of learning as the university may determine from time to time, fostering research for the advancement and dissemination of knowledge right across. Our quality policies, attaining benchmark quality in every domain to assure the stakeholder delight. Our quality quote, the quote already I had given, quality unleashes opportunities towards excellence. Our motto starts with excellence. Our quality quote ends in excellence. Therefore, from excellence to excellence, from excellence to steadfast excellence is what this university is striving for. The action points to reach the intended vision, mission, etc. A great curriculum is required. Teaching, learning, faculty development, research, innovation, consultancy, library infrastructure, student progression placement, alumni network, and support. Financial progress of the university is very important. Resource strength, all other resources together. Faculty progress, student, graduate, alumni reputation. Ultimately, the last part is very, very important because in all international ranking, I think the reputation is playing a great role. So, student reputation, graduate reputation, alumni reputation are important. The result is rich slots in the ranking, yes, higher slots. Leadership blows, confidence builds, and such confidence lifts further up. So this is how the link between the previous, the frame of mind and plan of action is established. I just give you some core values of one of the universities with which I am associated. Academic resilience, research ambience, demographic dividend, value inheritance, holistic balance. These are the four frames on which the core values of that university are framed. And that university has a motto like this: with courage and faith, and has a vision of providing educational opportunities to aspiring students with a view to imbibe them to essential concepts along with emergent developments in the chosen fields of study. Like that it goes. Why I'm telling all these things, every institution must have motto, vision, mission, etc., core values and all that. So generally all these statements, all these directive principles help making a sustained commitment towards achieving these qualities side by side. And also, a university needs to make its graduate attributes well presented like here. The graduate attributes, a short description, how it is related to the Bloom's taxonomy, the relevant learning outcomes, everything is available in this frame. Quickly read the graduate attributes only. When the graduate attributes are realized, definitely the graduates will become definitely contributing to the society or the institution or whatever it is. That means they will be outcome generating, and those outcomes will be of great type, so reputation is coming. So keen knowledge, modish knowledge, discipline knowledge, lateral knowledge, general knowledge. Understanding skill, quantitative skill, communication skill, real life problem solving skill, job getter skill, out of box think challenge. Inventive attitude, smart attitude, collegial attitude, introspective attitude, ethical attitude, sagacious behavior, comradeship behavior, multicultural behavior, leadership behavior, superordinate behavior. These are all the graduate attributes of one of the universities with which I am associated. When we talk about excellence, innovation, leadership excellence, everything must be available in the programs that are offered by any institution. Now that both NAC as well as National Board of Accreditation emphasize program outcomes, program specific outcomes, and course outcomes, we have to be important because the system of higher education must be outcome based. So these are the outcomes for one of these universities, program outcomes: career capacity, leadership leverage, generosity galvanized. And program specific outcomes: domain knowledge, lateral knowledge, quick communication skill, complex problem solving skill, job gadget skill, multicultural skill, collegial attitude, etc. See, from the graduate attributes we are drawing, and the course outcomes: conceptual clarity and grip, functional literacy, fundamental plus modish, efficient context, primary as well as nuanced, some amount of algebra, some geometry, some calculus, arithmetics of course. Every student, irrespective of whether you are in arts or humanities or social science, whatever the branch, better you know some amount of mathematics, some context. Understanding and application capacity is capable of using all the gadgets available with us. Research, bench, and problem solving. Synergy through generic acquaintances. We must be knowledgeable 360 degree around us, and that enables us, that lifts us to greater heights. Peer facilitated thorough learning is also needed. Okay. And when we talk about quality, yes, quality students, quality scholars, quality teachers, quality examiners, guides, clerical and technical staff, everything must be quality. The innovative staff members, quality curriculum that is global, national, regional, local relevance, rich, quality pedagogy, quality research projects, publications, etc. Campus must be quality enriched, energizing classrooms, enchanting library, and all that. Great student support, student progression, placement must be there. Excellent governance, management is needed. Environmental, ecological energy, quality must be there. Sustenance of all this required. Innovative and best practices required. So the leader must have the following higher distinctive qualities in addition to usual ones. So we can give 1 dozen, 2 dozen, even 3 dozen qualities for a leader, but the most essential one, the distinctive ones are clear vision, a strategic intent, confidence, sacrifice, and resilience. If these qualities the leader is having, then he can make the institution great. When I got this topic from my colleague Dr. Gurumurthy, I was thinking of how to make the presentation. I thought that what these great universities, institutions world over are exhibiting as their quality outcomes. So that will give me a lead to make the presentation here. That way, I studied the top 30 leading institutions in the world, starting from Oxford, Harvard, MIT, Caltech, and all that. And I got some inputs from there. If the institution is over 200 years and yet going strong, it must be great. Is one of 100 to 200 years old yet going excellent? Great one. Is under 100 years yet going smart? Harvard established in 1636. Now it is 384 years old. Not. It is 384 years young and it's energetic too. So there are certain qualities that we can take from that great institution. The good number of faculty with Nobel Prizes, Pulitzer Prizes. In India, we have these great awards, Padma Awards, Shankiswara Bhatnagar Awards. Whether our faculty members have all these things, US universities, the top ones, have Nobel laureates with them. So Oxford has 32 science Nobel laureates, 75 Nobel laureates, 120 Olympic medalists, and so on. Stanford has 17 Nobel laureates. Harvard has 45 Nobel Prize awardees. Okay. The leading quality institution must have these kinds of personalities as the faculty member. This may appear too much from an Indian context, but we have to strive for that. That's the kind of thing we are putting. I am presenting here. The number of doctorates awarded, research and honorary, including if a university is awarding honorary to heads of governments based on their merit, that must be included here. Employment and startup of graduates. 50% or more of graduates entering into higher education or employment within 6 months of graduation. If that is the case, you are an institution with leading quality. Harvard, 95% of its graduates either take up a job or enter higher education within 6 months. This is a hallmark of leading quality. So we have to draw lessons from those great institutions. The student progression. If 2% or more of graduates entering startups or entrepreneurship in 12 months graduation, great thing. Take the case of Stanford, Startups abound in the Silicon Valley of Stanford graduates. MIT graduates employed by top companies, including Google, Amazon, Apple. And what about coming to India, little our own kinds of thing? Quality categories. One among category 1 universities has the Ministry of Human Resource Development and EGC declared, or one among the top 100 of NARF for the last 2 years, or with NAC A plus A double plus in the last 5 years, you can claim to be a leading quality institution. Alpha University qualified. There are many more. Special league. Ivy League in USA. The elite in academic excellence, selectivity in admission, and social elitism. These characteristic features, if an institution is exhibiting, these are admitted into Ivy League in USA. Presently, there are 8 higher education universities: Brown University, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, and Yale University. The demand ratio is a very important one. If the institution is situated in a state capital and that too within 20 kilometers radius of downtown area, then it must at least have must have more than 5 demand ratio to be considered as a leading one. If it is situated in district capitals, in 7-kilometer radius from the downtown area, 4 to 5 demand ratio is fine. If it is in taluk area, in 4-kilometer radius from the downtown of the taluk area, 3 to 4 demand ratio is fine. Do we have that? You know, in the case of Oxford, it is more than 5. In the case of MIT, it is more than 12. Anomaly University, I am associated with that. It is having a demand ratio of 4.65. I think it is one of the highest among the universities in Tamil Nadu. Yes, one of the highest. Of the means, I can give only a couple of more only. So not many are having this great demand ratio. What about foreign faculty and foreign students? This is also considered as one of the leading qualities of higher education university institutions. From more than 10 countries, fine, if you are in state capital. From 7 to 10 countries, if you are in a district capital. If you are in a taluk capital, four to 7 countries in taluk, it's fine. They got a cross stuff, no? Enjoy it. Sorry. Oxford is having faculty from 100 countries and students from 40 countries. What a great thing, no? So the above benchmark is designed by me, taking Indian situation in mind. Whereas Oxford International, therefore the international level is a greater level, 140. What about Australia? Australian universities are outward looking and globally focused, attracting, welcoming, and seeking the best students academics from all over the world. China benefited at the cost of unsuspecting hosts. Resident hostel. But 40% of hostel students in higher education institutions, state capitals, 20 kilometers radius. 30 to 40% of hostel students in higher education district capitals. Fine. Why I am insisting on this? The resident population must be more. The resident population in the campus is more. Lots of activities can take place in the campus. The campus will always remain vibrant. Otherwise, after the office hours, it gets deserted. No activities. Campus life goes dull. Therefore, this is very important. And also, when we are inviting guest speakers who can come only in the evening hours, we can accommodate. Take the case of Stanford, 97% of its UG students are hostels. What a great statement, no? What about staff student ratio? Maybe 1 to 10 is good. Stanford is there for every one teacher, it is having only 2 students. Only 2 students. So it is even more than the Gurukula system with which our country is known for. So 1:2. Therefore, the teacher can totally make the student molded with all his capabilities. Research budget, a sumptuous internal and external moral fund, good to be a leading quality institution. In the case of Stanford, 1.22 billion budget for 2021. 5,000 projects extramural. Why this is happening? Because I went to Stanford last year about this time. The whole campus is vibrant. Nobel laureates so many. Olympic medalists so many. And so many. I could see there. And the intake student quality. Intake student quality is very important. And that depends on the primary education, the secondary education. If primary and secondary education are of great quality, tertiary education, that is university education, will be great. And if all the 3 levels of education are great, the quaternary education and quinary education will all be great. In the case of the California Institute of Technology, 99% of students accepted across all years were in the top 10% of the high school class. The 90th and the above percentile. That means great students, brainy students, IITs, IIMs, you have the greatness. But that is too much for a university in a village area. Therefore, we have to do a lot of remedial, tons of remedial we have to do. Student support. Project gives need-based financial support. Average aid. So much per student. Resources of world-renowned research centers and personalized education must be made available to the students. Students coming to Oxford benefit from having resources of world-renowned research centers across a wide range of disciplines, not in X discipline and the Z discipline only. A to Z disciplines they are getting. Highly personalized education, where access to leading academics is a central part of both PG and EG teaching. So this is a great thing. That makes the difference on the learner's learning quotient, emotional quotient, intelligence quotient, performance quotient, and all that. If the university the top leading quality league, US, UK, Germany, US is with 60 plus universities, the UK with 30 plus universities, Germany with 20 plus universities, the top 200 of the Times Higher Education World University rank. So are you a leading institution, leading quality, embedded institution? Then are you coming in this range? Check. I'm not finding a place in the 200. Okay, take top 600 LPL. Australia with the 30 plus universities ranked in the top 600 of Times World University ranks accounted for 75% of the 40 institutions. That means 75% of Australian higher education institutions are in the top LPL, Times Higher Education ranking. In the case of UK, 57% of British universities are in this. In the case of Canada, 25% of its universities are in this league. In the case of Germany, 37 universities are in the 600 LQL, which account for 20% of its about 180 universities, 80 plus universities. USA has 130 universities in the pool, but this accounts for only 3% of its universities. Why? I have given the reason. This is due to a large denominator effect. That means in US, if 3% is equal to 130, then what will be the 100%? You have to multiply this 130 by 33. So that is about 4,000 institutions. Whereas in Australia, there is only 40 plus institutions, higher education. In US, it is 4,000 plus universities, 100% more than all the 100% or close to 80% or 60%, and 40%, even 10% cannot find a place in the top 600 here. So that's what we call as the large denominator effect. India is also a problem city, or I mean a problem nation, because of a large denominator effect. What about the top 800 ranking? I have not taken these numbers. You can see all these yellow dots are the places where these 800. You can see the whole of Western Europe, scores of dots, and the Eastern USA and the Western USA. And in India, you can see about 10, 12 dots. And in Japan, you find something. In Australia and New Zealand, you find. I think South America has some. Whereas you find in the case of Africa, not many. Only the South Africa is having 3 out of those. So this is the distribution. The top 30 universities across the world. Why I'm going into this? So when we talk about leading quality in higher education institutions, we must have a list of those leading universities by whatever ranking. I am referring to Times Higher Education ranking. We have CS ranking. We have other kinds of things. In India, we have NIRF, all these things. The Oxford, Stanford, Harvard, California, Massachusetts, University of Cambridge, California, Yale, Princeton, Chicago, Imperial College London, Johns Hopkins, University of Pennsylvania, which is Zurich, University of California, Los Angeles, UCL, so many. I'm not reading everything. Speaking is also here. And how these institutions are on this top? These institutions are worked for wow quality. Good quality, great quality, wow quality. If you are working for wow kind of quality, then it is possible. That is, our input must be good, our process must be good, our output must be good, our output refers to our graduates, our patents, our publications. And that must give outcome to the society, outcome to the institution. And such outcomes must be impactful on the whole of stakeholders, the whole world, country. Then we may say our results, our outputs are wow kind of thing. So these 30 institutions are really of the wow category. That's why they could find a place on the top 30. I have, from out of the 30, I took some 20, and how these have fared in a 10-year period, 2010-11 to 2020. See this University of Oxford, the last 5 years is continuously on the top rank in the Times Higher Education rank. To remain in the top and retain the top for 6 continuous years when all your competitors, cutthroat competitors, great competitors, it's a very difficult thing. Then you must definitely have a great edge over the rest of the institutions. Otherwise, it could not retain this place. Oxford Medical College is known for lots of thought-breaking research works. Great lab, faculty, great, all these things. Stanford has reached, it's regained to second place, which held in 2011-12. after some 9 years in 2020-21. Similarly, for another 10 universities here. Okay. And the top 10 positions are held up by these 10 institutions the last 7 years I have taken here. And for the 2021 result, I have made some analysis here. Oxford, in the case of teaching, it has made 91.3 points out of 100. Research 99.6. Please note that the research output is 99.6. Citations 98. Industry income 68.7. International outlook 96.4. Overall score is 95.6. The overall score is obtained based on the weightage. The weightage is the last row I had given 0.3, 0.3, 0.3 for the first 3 quality indicators, and 0.025, that is 2.5%, and 0.075, that is 7.5% for international output. Total weightage is 1. Okay. Stanford, Harvard, California, you see the results. And I have included the only one from India, which could get into the top of 350, top one among the 350. And I counted where IAS is exactly located. It is 314th place. And it's a teaching of 51.1, 53.1, 31.9, 87.6 industry income, international outlook 22.1. Its overall score, actually the science ranking had not given that. 45 point, maybe they have a policy of not to give, so anything goes below certain range, maybe 50, I do not know. Anyway, I worked it out. It comes to 45.6. I have a thing to say here. All these 10 universities above IIC are multi-dimensional, global, international, transcendental. But what about IIC? It is transcendental within India. There's one faculty is not, I have visited the IIC once, so it's a purely only science. The rest of things, they have hundreds of faculties. With hundreds of faculties, with all your international reputation, you make it. If IISc is also the multi-dimensional, multidisciplinary institution, definitely IISc will have a great place. From 314, you can subtract 300 and it will reach 14. So the new education policy is working towards this, having multidisciplinary universities. If you have really multidisciplinary universities, it's possible. So IAS is 314th place. It's an enviable place because it's just a unique faculty, unidisciplinary university. With that, it could make this much impact means with a multidimensional kind of thing and all other features that these universities are exhibiting. If IISc has a chance to have all those things in the next 10-year period, definitely it will be reaching, if not the top 10, it will be reaching the top, within top 20. I said the 14 minus 300. So such kind of a policy kind of is required. I think the present government is working on that. And now I relax. So this is what? This is a new public library. A library must be like this. If it is like this, people will love to go there, sit there, read there, and immerse themselves in reading. So that kind of thing. So a few points about quickly I will read. University of Oxford. It is functioning since 1096, common era. Oldest in the English-speaking world. Comprises 44 colleges, 100 libraries. Please note, over 100 libraries. If a university is Indian university is having 2 or 3, we used to claim, oh, you have great. But see that it is 100 libraries. UK is the largest library system. Students around 22,000 in total, 40% from 140 nations. It's called the City of Dreaming Spires by Victorian poet Maternal. has the youngest population of any city in England and Wales. It has an alumni network of 250,000. Research-driven university. 11 winners of Nobel Prize in Chemistry, 5 in Physics, and 16 in Medicine. Yeah, I told you, it's famed for medicine. Ranked number 1 in the world for medicine. Notable thinkers, scientists that were their alumnus, Stephen Hawking. The name Stephen Hawking reveals a lot many to us. Among the top 10 universities globally for life science, physical sciences, social sciences, and all that. So these are all the faculties, disciplines they have. Harvard, since 1636, common era. The oldest university in the US, 42 Nobel laureates, over 30 heads of states and 40 heads of states of USA, 48 Pulitzer Prize winners, alumni, situated in Cambridge, there are several campuses. Harvard 5,000-acre campus. Please note that 5,000-acre campus. 5,000. I'm not reading everything here, but the library is the largest academic library in the world. 20.4 million volumes, 180,000 serial titles, and so on. There are more than 400 student organizations on campus. Okay. These are the programs. Stanford, since 1885, maybe these are youngest of the three we have studied covered here. See, the campus is 8,180 acres. Huge, really huge. 7 schools, 16,300 students, 2,080 faculty, 1,008 postdocs. So on. It's a athletic powerhouse. I told the campus is bursting with a lot of people running here and there, jumping and playing and everything. Everywhere you find play courts. Alumni, 17 are astronauts, 18 Turing Awards, 2 field medalists, that is, not only the Nobel 6 topics, other fields also, computer science, mathematics. And what about their alumni? They are working, they have created Google, Netflix, Hewlett Packard, Sun Microsystems, Instagram, and all. Its revenue is $2.7 trillion. $2.7 trillion. 10th largest the world economy. Programs. This is about the weightage. Presently, the science higher education is having this kind of weightage for different. Totally, the 13 factors distributed over 5 major ones. And when you talk about the leading quality, the H index of the faculty members is one of the greatest things we have to look for. And this is a Google H index. See, one of the person who is on the top is from college in France, Michael Pacalt, Harvard University, Kessler, 289, and so on. I just skip all these things. And 232 rank. This is Vinod Kumar Gupta, IIT Roop. And above him there is a great person. Who is that? That's called Marx, 182. And above him, an Indian, Anil K. Jain, Michigan State University. And all our management students are happy with one name, that is Philip Kotler, with 187 as his Google Index. Peter Drucker, 538, 5th place, 150 as his, what is called as H index. And the last person I have included, that is one Tapachan Kudi, University of Central Florida, 100. So the H index, CNRO is a great person of India, with, 448th place with 155, this kind of thing. Okay, so HM is a very important thing, and leading universities with a leading quality must have people with a great scores. And the Times World University Ranking is doing a lot of research on whether its work is great work. Therefore, it is making a correlation between citations from one discipline to the other discipline. It is a total matrix. So they are improvising their findings. That is fine-tuning their metrics and measurements. And I said that I think this is a TS rank based MITES, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kolkata, and University of Delhi, IIT Kanpur, not Kolkata. So University of Delhi, see these ranks. Again, this is another frame, Asia rank. This is Nanyang Technology University, Singapore, University of Hyderabad. I take on international institution and Indian institutions. This is the University of Hyderabad, IIT Roorkee, IIT is University of Kerala, Jadavpur University, IIT Hindu, and finally the last one is important for me, that is Aropa University. So the Aropa University is also having a place here, please note that. That's the reason I, with a lot of efforts, I created this table. Okay. So the star, double starred means that is the Asian rank. Otherwise it is gold rank. I am skipping all these things. Yes. We need quality. We also need, or we definitely need, sustained quality. We must make a difference between quality and sustained quality. You see in both the pictures, quality, your target, you see before your eyes with your own eyes and shoot it. That is quality. What is sustained quality? The target is moving target and you cannot see directly, but you can see it only its image on the bowl containing water, and you have to shoot it down. This is definitely sustained quality. So I thought this slide will make a difference between quality and sustained quality. Like this. So we need sustained quality, and a couple of personalities. You know him. Okay. So when we talk about leadership, we have to learn lessons from business world. Education institutions are supplying graduates to universities. Okay, that's a great thing. To institutions, business institutions. From business institutions, we have to learn to take this personality. Okay, 56-year-old. Another person, 65 years old, Bill Gates. Another person is 90 years old. Okay, so what kind of things, skills, traits, behavioral patterns made them so rich, so great, rich in the actions, results, not only in terms of the billions of network they are having. So we have to learn lessons from them. So I selectively picked these three personalities and this Google. So the nature is giving lots of inspiration to remain tough on quality. See this picture. Okay. Our forefathers, grandfathers, years, centuries ago, have made such a great thing. Buckingham Palace must be a great palace. So when that could be done there, then it can be done here now as well. So built in 1703, that means 317 years ago it could be done like that. So we can excel it. So we have to draw lessons from these kinds of things. And this is our Mumbai, Mukesh Ambani's home. So how things are made. So from nature to nature plus our human imaginations, the total science and equipment based, idea based, the present one. So leading quality has to be learned either from nature or from our historic, very past, or from the present world kinds of things. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. Yes, great leaders keep on learning. John F. Kennedy. The best leaders I have gotten to know aren't just the boldest thinkers, they are the most insatiable learners. Again, the emphasis is on learning, learning, learning. The leading quality leaders exhibit the following. What are those? They have a vision and plan. They understand the importance of building community. They empower teachers, cultivate leadership skills. They utilize data and resources. They create collaborative, inclusive learning environment. They are passionate about that work. They encourage risk taking. They lead by example. They lead by example. Please note that. They preserve, staying with an institution for at least 5 to 10 years or so. They are lifelong learners. Manage diversity, balance public-private demands, and prefer a flat structure instead of tall structure of administration. Manage academic independence, expertise. Yes, a person with a great brain may also a great ego also. That also the leader has to manage. There may be some slow goers, but steady goers you have to manage. So now you can relax. Best leaders exhibit honesty. They remove P from the I can't and they make it I can. Good in communication. They tender, nurture. They are marked from others. They have a distinctive feature. They have a glow. They have a decision power and lead, take the right route and not distracted by. Then they take responsibilities. They share responsibilities. They innovate. They show empathy. They have resilience. They merge IT with EQ to success. They help, helping hand, hand holding, and they are flying, they are transparent. Okay. They have a 360-degree view of the whole. So that's the kind of thing. And when you talk about quality, Six Sigma I have to tell, and Six Sigma plus Lean Sigma also I have to tell. I'm running short of time. I have to complete this program in under 4 minutes because I have an engagement. I requested the organizers to permit me, and they have permitted. So quality needs a process. The process matures over time, as shown the difference from initial to optimized. So when you are thinking of Six Sigma quality in your institution, you can think we can do that. So initially it will be unpredictable, poorly controlled, but at the end, at level 5, it is optimized. We can do that. So the Jnana Mutra, the Chin Mutra, so that means yoga must be brought into the, leading quality kind of thing. And Six Sigma quality doesn't require what is called as the Amazon globe or the United States Marine Corps or great buildings in the United States. Our Mumbai Dabbawalas exceeded Six Sigma quality. Yes, because Six Sigma quality permits 3.4 errors in 1 million, whereas they have made 1 error in 6 million cases only. So therefore, their Six Sigma is more than this thing. These are some statistical concept. We know that. And I said, we had to use yoga for improving our improvising our quality. So because the quality, in the initial I showed some slides. You have to grow inside out. No one will guide you. Your soul is your teacher, and how to elevate your soul, how to awaken your soul and elevate you. So these yoga practices, it goes up to the Sahasrahara, and beyond that also it has to go. Say this, the basic roots, we have to go to the 12th one, that is chakra spiritual body. There you are reaching the infinite. Spiritualism is equal to infinity. I used to feel like that. So therefore, there is infinite power in everyone, and that has to be with due process augmented, and you should not be happy with reaching the sixth chakra or seventh chakra. Rather, it must be taken to the 12th, that is merging with the infinite world, that is clouds. You know, so the computer people have rightly or wrongly, they have taken that word, cloud. So universities must have great curricular aspects, teaching, learning, and evaluation. We must, we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is created, is increased, intellect is expanded. Vivekananda said. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think that nobody else has seen. The great person told us, this coach. Infrastructure, as a nation, a society, family, and individual, we must be grateful to our great ancestors who dedicated their lives to have the infrastructure of our neighborhood today. Let us continue the thought. So finally, institutional values and best practices, we need your beliefs, thoughts, words, actions, habits, values. Your destiny must be desired by all these things. We need richness in many things. Your curricular activities must be relevant, innovative, contemporary, and holistic. Your teaching, learning, and evaluation must be responsive, inspiring, creative, and helpful, rich. Your research, consultancy, and extension must be reputed, inventive, collaborative, and headliner kind of things, rich. Your infrastructure and learning resources must be reasonable, infiltrated, current, and heralding type, rich. Your student support and progression must be realistic, institutional, composite, and hopeful, rich. Your governance and leadership management must be resolute, integrative, courageous, and humanistic, rich. Your innovation and best practice must be refreshing, imaginative, civic sense, and highly effective. That is, the water footprint must be least, therefore, that must be also rich. So think of these research. So I might have told you what I felt, what leading quality means, with examples, institutions, personalities, this and that. Perhaps some of you might have felt, oh, this is something asking for the moon. It's not star. It is not so. We can achieve. The intended outcome is just ahead. What is needed is a new mindset. It comes with new results. Okay? So innovation is required. Innovation, everything is required. It's a continuous kind of thing. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The most revered research person, Dr. Selvam sir, respected HOD Dr. Gurumurthy sir, dear participants, my dear colleagues, it's my great privilege to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. Sir has presented many things, especially related to the topic of leading qualities in higher educational institutions. Sir is the man of quality, I know well. In this presentation, he has mentioned many leading quality dimensions. He has derived many qualities from Harvard, Oxford, Stanford, and ATAL University reviews. He has presented the world university rankings of top 800. He has presented top 30 universities across the world, including Oxford, Stanford, Harvard, California. In his presentation, Sir has mentioned in what way all these universities are world best. The reason is good quality and great quality input. Results are great outcome and great impact on the research. The Oxford, Stanford, and Harvard universities are very great in teaching, research, citation, industry outcome, and international outlook. The overall results of all these universities are great outcome and great input. So in the society as well as the whole country as a whole. He has mentioned the originated profile of Oxford University, Harvard University, Stanford universities. He has presented many statistical evidences for our reference, especially the H index and the citation of individual researchers in the leading universities, the research output of Indian leading institutions like IIT, IIM, NIT, state universities including Allahabad University. Through his presentation, he has mentioned many aspects. He has touched even yoga also. So on behalf of the department and my own behalf and all the participants, I record my sincere thanks to my great professor, Dr. M. Selvam sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Dr. Selvam sir, good morning. Natarajan Pondicherry.
Oh, fine, sir. How are you, sir?
So, very excellent, superb speech. Really, we got elected by getting a lot of information, very useful information across the globe.
Yeah.
So, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my sincere thanks as a participant as well as a resource person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Selvam sir.
Thank you, sir.
I request all the participants, please log in again for the next session at 11:35 a.m. I request all the participants, please log in again for the next session at 11:35 a.m. Please join. Thank you, sir.